Andy Copeland, I work for Jimmy Lupton. Been here about 7 years coming up and do various jobs all to do with the tarring industry. Well, the job we've been on today is in Langham, and it's just digging patches out, doing the patch playing again. Patches for the council, it's a council contract. We arrive on the job, signs are set up, the site's made, and the digger comes in and sits down, digs the patch out. We've sometimes got a road sweeper on if it's bigger patches to lift the planings that's been dug out, but the brush will come in. The front brush is used in the digger to brush up all the spoil afterwards, and we just move from patch to patch, digging out, brushing up with the digger there, and then tarring in behind. Before we had the 3CX Compact, the patches would be still sawed out, jackhammered. You'd need to be 5 men in the patching squad, whereas now with the digger, we're 4 men in the patching squad, 1 digging out. Everything the digger does all the work, does the work of probably 3 men. The man hours, the time you save, the job's just less manual work in it now. It's far easier for the man. There's no having the brush in the back and the patch, there's no still sawing, jackhammering, shoveling. A lot of that's done away with. We done a job in Moffat a couple of weeks back, down Dixon Street it was called, and it was narrow. There was about a couple inches of play either side of the brush in the front of the digger. Because of the 4-wheel steer, you could get in and manoeuvre in and out there. We dug the patch out, reversed out, brushed it out, brilliant. The 2CX would have been easier for size-wise, but I don't think it handled the job. And the 3CX would just never get into the job at all. Oh, the smooth ride for tracking on the road, it's brilliant. When you're travelling out, there's none of this bumping about, swinging all over the road, it's great. And then when you lock it into the 2-wheel steer, it's brilliant. The sweeper, we don't use it as much as what we could, but for what we use it for, it does well. The brush does a really good job. But when we do overlays on roads and you cut a tie out the full size of the road, that'll be perfect just for lifting the spoil in bits and pieces. On overlays, the boss was on about possibly buying a pecker for the back. So digging around ironwork, that'll be perfect for that, where you'd have probably 2 or 3 men away with a jackhammer and shovels and doing all that, where 1 man can just go in the digger himself, dig around ironwork. So for jobs like that, most of our work, the digger will be handy on. Even private work, if you're digging an old driveway out, put the buckets in the back, you can dig that out, you can even put the brush and sweep up after you. So in various parts of our job, it'll be a good machine. We had it in nearly 3 years. So between the 2 machines, over the 2 machines, we'll have had them probably 3 years. We've been using JCB, never had a problem with them. You just go up to it first in the morning, check, start it, away you go, and easy. Don't have to worry about a thing. As long as it's regular service and looked after, they're a great machine. For the servicing of the digger, it's quite easy because the boss has got the live link app on his phone. So when it's due a service, it came up on his phone that it was due, and he just phoned Scott JCB, and the boys come out the weekend and Saturday and service the digger. They've been a good company, Scott JCB, to work with. The old digger, it was great to start with. Brilliant little machine until this came on the site. And anything you want done, servicing, keep in touch, servicing's done straight away when you want it done. Anything, contact Scott JCB, and they're a good company to work with. Any other machines we've used have been mainly little mini diggers on the tracks. We've not used them very often, but they've been too small for some of the jobs. Whereas that, as an all-round machine, does everything you want. Well, for us, it does everything we want.